Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm talking about how to survive winter. Now winter can often bring in very little light, very cold, lots of sick bugs going around, so it can often not be everyone's most favourite month, but I'm going to give you a few tips to survive winter. My first tip, which is super important, which is to get more light. Now in winter we don't get as much light, and especially if you live more in the northern hemisphere or very south, it means that your days are much shorter during winter. So as much as possible you want to get in natural light as much as you can. Even if it's a grey day, it's going to make you feel so much better. So I like to take little breaks in the middle of the day and go for a walk through the park. I'll try and walk everywhere as much as I can rather than just buying it on Amazon or something like that, just to get that daylight on my skin. This is really good for preventing SAD syndrome, which is a massive problem in the winter months. You know, also dosing up on vitamin D as a supplement is really helpful for getting that vitamin D, which you might not get from the sun that kind of time of year. When you wake up in the morning, make sure you're getting lots of bright light, so get outside, turn up the lights inside. You can also get lights that you can buy, like Lumiere lights to have on your desk, so you're getting lots of bright light into your eyes, especially in the morning when you need a bit more concentration and power. That can be really helpful. My second tip is all about boosting your immunity. Now immunity can often get a bit of a hit during the winter months. It's when all the bugs start coming out and spreading everywhere. So a really good thing to do is to take some vitamin C. Also zinc is really helpful. Any kind of immunity blend that you can get from a natural health food store is really good. I love echinacea as well. This is really good to take at a stronger dose when you actually have a cold, but also as a preventative. You know, just having lots and lots of these wonderful herbs and vitamins and minerals on a day-to-day basis during winter will prevent us from getting them. So I like to take a little bit of echinacea, some vitamin C every day. That really helps me not get sick, and it's really worked. I haven't had any bugs, touch wood, this winter, and I think that's been down to it. Also, obviously looking after yourself in other areas, getting good quality sleep, reducing stress where you can, because when you're more tired, you're more stressed, you're more susceptible to picking up a cold. So making sure that you're kind of looking at it as a 360 approach when it comes to your immunity. But you know, there is stuff that we can do to kind of boost it, and gut health is also really important. Often people that don't have a very good digestive health don't have very good immunity, and that's because 70% of your immunity lies in your gut. So it's really important to be looking after your gut, whether that's feeding it with probiotics, fermented foods such as sauerkraut, kefir, making sure you've got a really diverse diet, so lots of different plants, lots of different grains, lots of different nuts and seeds. Our gut bacteria loves diversity, so make sure that your plate is as diverse as possible. My third tip is all about boosting your mood. Now often we can feel a little bit down in the dumps during winter. It's probably very linked to the darkness and the cold outside. So I think it's a really important time to be really doing lots of things that you love. So write down a list of like the 5 things that light you up, the things that make you happy, whether that's connecting with friends, or it's climbing, or it's having a yoga class, or it's reading a book. Whatever those things are for you, this is completely about your thing, it's not about mine, you know, and don't do things that you think should make you happy, do things that genuinely make you happy. So write them down and then execute them. Look in your week and make sure you've got all those 5 things in there. Make sure that you are doing them whether it's on a daily basis or every other day, so that you're boosting your happiness. My fourth tip is all about warmth. Now it is important to obviously keep warm during the winter, and you can do that wearing a coat. I think that's quite obvious. But also, you know, you might be craving more warming foods. You know, having a salad during the winter months might not necessarily be the right thing for your body. So keep things nice and warm. You know, you might need to sleep a little bit more during the winter. You might want to change up your exercise. If you exercise before outdoors and now that doesn't feel as appealing, join a yoga class, you know, join, you know, a fitness class, or wrap up warm, go on a nice hike, you know, explore the woods or places that are around you. You know, this kind of leads on to my 5th point, which is about reframing it, because I think often we think, oh, winter is the worst month, I don't like it, but it's all about reframing how you think about winter. Yes, winter is cold, you might get more bugs, it's very dark. However, there's lots of magicalness about winter. Because we have less sunlight hours, it means that we're more likely to catch sunrises and sunsets. I personally love walking my son to nursery every morning, and I see the sunrise, the sky's changing. It's such a beautiful moment for me. It's something that I absolutely love and really look forward to doing in the morning. So what can you find in winter that you love? Obviously Christmas is a magical time during winter, which has already been, but what are the other things that really make you happy? You know, being cozy by a fire, staying in more, snuggling up, warm winter foods, comfort foods, whatever those things are. Let's start reframing how we think about winter and really enjoying all the wonders that it has to offer. My final point is just to listen to your body. You know, whether it needs more sleep, more warming foods, whether you need to change around your routine, whatever it is, you know, really listen to your body. Just like seasons, it invokes change, and we will have to change things up slightly in winter, whether it's our skincare and we need more moisture because our skin's a little bit drier, or we need more sleep, or we need different foods, or we need to make sure that we are getting more light because we aren't naturally getting it as easily. Make sure that you are open to these changes, you're constantly listening to your body, you're figuring out what works for you, and knowing that this may change as well. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!